ain't ready yet. Wait, let me fix my hair. Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna go ahead and get into how I went about legally getting my name changed. I've gotten so many DMs on Instagram, of course, and comments in my past videos about different girls wanting to get their name changed, like where should they start, where should they go, who do they need to speak to, all of those things. So you aren't interested in getting your name changed, or you may know someone of trans experience who does desire to get their name changed, or whatever the case, share this video, forward it to them, inbox it to them, whatever. Give them this information. It's free information, it's out there, so why not share it to somebody else? I started off by looking around to get my name changed. I did not like the way, actually, my name was pretty cute. It was unisex as well. However, I just did not want the history of who I was to interfere with the woman that I was becoming. So I didn't want to be this new woman and then I still had everything attached to that old name attached to me. It was like a fresh new start. So that's initially why I wanted to go and get my name changed. I just felt like if I'm looking one particular way, that name needs to identify with the person that I am, or how I may feel on the inside, if that, makes sense. So I did ask a few girls and they were like, yeah, I went to this lawyer, or, giving you the runaround for whatever reasons. The girls do not like to share information. I'm not like that. I don't mind sharing and paying it forward. I mean, we all, this hair is wearing me out. We all desire to progress in our transitions, and every now and then you may need help. So I went and asked a lawyer, and then the lawyer basically kind of ran me through it. But they were basically just saying, like, we can do this or process everything for you, or this particular fee. And I just didn't see the purpose of me doing that. I'm like, girl, you're educated. You can read, you can write. Go do the research yourself and figure it out. So I went online, did the research. So this is just an example of what I did in the state of Florida. However, it may vary in other states. But if you do your research, I'm more than certain all states are similar when it comes to the name change. There may be one or two different steps off, but from what I've researched, they're just about the same. So this could basically or potentially help anybody anywhere. So back to the story. I went to the courthouse because I was living in Florida at the time, in Tallahassee, Florida to be exact, which is the capital of Florida. I went to the courthouse. I asked the clerk, where do I go? Because I'm looking to get my name changed, whatever. She sent me to the office where newlyweds would potentially go if you're taking on the last name of your spouse. So I went to that office. They gave me a couple of papers to fill out. I filled those out. One of the things on there does ask about your previous addresses in the past 10 to 15 years. I want to say they asked about schools too. Like what schools you went to and your previous addresses in the past 15 years. So I had to call my mom to kind of get a little information. Of course, whatever I remembered, I jotted all of it down and attached it to the application that I filled out. The next thing I had to do was go to the local sheriff's office and get my fingerprints. They basically want to make sure that you're not fleeing the country or trying to come up with some new identity. I don't know. But I went in there and they did all of my fingers and they did this part. I guess that's the side of the hand. I don't know. But they was just inking up not inking, but it's a machine that they got, but it was just, pressing my hand on everything. Whatever. So I had to go to the sheriff's office, get my fingerprints, and then what else did I have to do? Oh, they will print out I don't want to say an index card, but it's like a card. Half of a paper, whatever, rectangle, and it has all of your fingerprints in there. Many people ask how much did this whole thing cost, and the only fee that I recall paying for was the fingerprints. That was $60 to be exact, and you had to go get a money order for that. So you get your money order, you do your fingerprints. Of course, you get the application from the courthouse. Once you got all of those items, you then go back to the courthouse, and I can't remember if I had to turn those papers in. No, I did not. There was an address that they want you to mail the papers to. So I put them in a manila envelope, mail them off. If that's not the case, you'll just turn them in to the post office, to the courthouse. So I turned the papers in to the courthouse or mailed them. I don't remember, but they had to go to somebody. A week later, I got a notice in the mail that I had a notice to appear. That's the appropriate term for it. And I went to court. I made sure I was real cute. It's not just a court date for you. I guess when you go to court, there are a whole bunch of other people sitting in the courtroom because they have stuff that they have to take care of. Your name will just get called. Please make sure that you are on time. That is showing the judge that you are serious. Overall, you spent your $60, so I don't really see why you would miss that date. They do send you the notice, and for whatever reasons you can't make that particular date due to work, a family engagement, or whatever the case, make sure you call them immediately and get it rescheduled, because this is for you, for us. After that, I went to court. The judge called my name up, my given name, my birth given name, and then I went to the podium, I'm assuming that's what it's called, and he was like, hi, are you, such and such? I was like, yes. And he was like, okay, I see that you're interested in getting your name changed. And I was like, correct. And he was like, and might I ask why you want your name changed? And I basically told him that I need my name to reflect the person that you see standing in front of you, the person that I feel on the outside. It's beneficial for me to be in a safe workspace, whether I'm in school or, wherever. I need my name to be changed so that it just makes things a lot more easier for me and more comfortable for my peers, anyone that I have to deal with as far as like on a personal level, dealing with my documentation. And he totally understood it. And especially if you mention, like, you just want to make yourself comfortable and others comfortable, they'll go for that quick, because at the end of the day, no judge or anybody else wants people to be uncomfortable or just wants drama or problems. Look, that has gotten me out of a lot of stuff. So he stamped my letter. It was like a notarized letter. I have it in there. I would show y'all, but I didn't even pull it out. Anywho, it's just a letter basically stating that such and such has now changed their name to Amiyah Johns on this day of this month of this year. And then there's like an imprinted seal on the letter from the judge and the courthouse. And then what else was it? And then, oh yeah, so they give you the letter. They give you another copy of it, and you take it to the Social Security's office. The driver's license plate. Department of Motor Vehicles. DMV. Yeah, Department of Motor Vehicles. I'm so slow today. So you take it there and you get all that changed. Like, I switched everything over. But it's very, very simple, ladies. All you have to do is go online or go to your local clerk of court and ask them, they can point you in the right direction. I do know that from what I've researched is that every office in the courthouse is typically the office where you would go to change your last name if you have recently got married, or maybe changing the last name of your child to your baby daddy, stepdaddy, whatever. You can handle all of that there. Just ask questions, do your research, and voila. And so many people ask me, like, you know, your name was unisex, or why did you bother to change it, or why is that such a big deal, you know, for you guys? And it's just like, people just don't get it. Like, transitioning is not, well, I don't know about other people, but for me, it wasn't for anybody else. It was solely for me. I wanted to make sure that I did everything in my power to make me feel good about myself, to um, pull everything that was inside of me out. You know, how I felt on the inside, I needed to look like that on the outside. I need my name to reflect that. Whether it was a gender marker, my look, my feelings, everything. I just need everything to reflect exactly who I am on the inside. And for some people, a name change might not be important, but for a lot of us, it is. It's a huge stepping stone, moving into the right direction of, you know, becoming this ideal trans woman that you've always envisioned, no matter how long it was for you or whatever the case. It's just a pivotal moment in every trans woman's life every trans girl that I've encountered, that's just something that they've desired. So having that name change, gender marker, whatever surgery that you feel that you need to get to enhance your look, hormone therapy, I mean, counseling, the list can go on and on. Do what you need to do to secure you, to make sure that you're good. Not for these guys, not to compete with the next girl or for this community. Do what you need to do to ensure that you're good. Like I told you guys in the past video, having that name and gender marker change makes a huge difference. I would recommend getting all that taken care of before even getting some type of cosmetic surgery. It's just, to me, it's just easier. So, I hope that this video was informal. Like I said before, if you know anybody who may need advice on how to get their name changed, you can direct them to my Instagram. I believe it's right there. Okay, so my Instagram, or maybe on this side, I don't know. It's down here. So you can DM me on Instagram. You can forward them this video. I tried to be as detailed as possible. It's not really a long video. The steps were very simple. And yeah, good luck. If you guys do get your names changed, inbox me. Like, let me know how the experience was. How was it running out of the courthouse with a new name and a fresh start, and, you know, this paper that holds your happiness right there in the fine print. Because that's how it was for me. Like, I went out to eat, I got drunk with my best friend, and, you know, I was just excited. I just remember vividly going to bed smiling that night, because it was just another step in the direction that I just ideally saw myself as, you know, this woman. Also, I want to shout out my best friend. She does shirts, and she surprised me with this shirt. It was so cute. I was actually having a really crappy day at work, and when I came home and checked my mailbox, this was in there, and it was just so cute. And it's my YouTube, All About Amiyah, which it shall always be. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. Like I said, comment, share, like, subscribe. If you know a trans girl, or you may have a trans friend who has not went and got their name changed, and, you know, they go by something, but legally it's something else, forward them this video. This is a great gift. It's like, look, sis, I got some tips for you. I know you've been wondering about what to do. Boom, here go the video. Amiyah already put one out. Find out, and, you know, whatever. So, yes, thank you, and I hope you all have an amazing night, morning, wherever you are watching this. Bye.